Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. No video yesterday, obviously. It was only a small 2-game slate, and there wasn't really many player props in general that I like, so obviously there was no video. Then we're going to force a video, even if we have a good day the day before. But we have a video today, pretty good slate, a lot of Bundesliga games, a lot of Ligue 1 games. With those I feel like usually with Ligue 1 and Bundesliga games, it's usually a little harder to find good player props, but I still went through all the games. Took a while, but I still found enough to make a video. But as always, if I do have any edit plays, which we'll see if I do, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow when lineups are out, and more lines in general are out. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the plays. My first play is Leo Østigård to go under 10.5 clearances at home for Hoffenheim going up against Bayern. Honestly, 10.5 is a really high line for anyone, and I never see it this high, so I had to go see why this line was so high in general. And for Hoffenheim, he's gone under this mark in 6 out of 10 games, but when he played for Rennes, he went under in 13 out of 14 starts. And last season, when he was getting consistent play time in the Serie A, he went under in 18 out of 18 games. So usually, up until recently, until he joined Hoffenheim, he is not a high clearance person, which is one reason why I like this play. And two, if you look at the games he went over, 3 of those 4 teams that he played are known to play strictly through, well, not strictly through, but play a lot of long balls: Berlin, Bochum, and St. Pauli. I'll explain why in a second, and that's mainly due to the headers. Berlin, he went over with 11. 5 of them were headers. He went over with 15 against Bochum, 6 headers. 11 against St. Pauli, 5 headers. Augsburg, he had 15. 11 of those were headers. And Bayern Munich, when they play, first of all, they don't really play through long balls. And when they do play long balls, they're accurate. They're one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate, long ball playing team in the league, which means not opportunity for him to get those headed clearances. 2, they play possession of the ball, but when they do, they play with through balls. They don't play through long balls. And I didn't want to go through all the games and explain to you. You'll have to trust me on this one. But most of the time when defenders go over this line, if not pretty much every single time they go over this line, it's when Bayern Munich are down in this game. 1, I don't see Bayern going down in this game. And 2, even if they do, I still think this line is fine at 10.5. You can call it a gut call if you want to, but I feel like this line is too high of a line, considering the fact that technically Bayern and Hoffenheim have nothing to play for. Hoffenheim can't get relegated unless they somehow lose by like 6 goals. And Bayern, they're already champions. So I just feel like this is just too high of a line. So I'll take my chances. Leo Østigård to go under 10.5 clearances. And then the second one, this one is one where you're really going to have to trust me. And that's Thiago Almada going over 2.5 shots at home for Lyon, going up against Angers. First of all, it's a good matchup against Angers, who on average allow the 5th most shots to opponents. And again, I say you're going to have to trust me on this because in 8 starts that he's had for Lyon, he's only gone over in 1 of those 8 games. But if you look at, for example, just their home games when a player in general shoots more shots, he went under against Brest, who allowed the 8th least shots, Leo 5th least shots, Rennes 6th least shots, and Lens 7th least shots. But now he finally has a good matchup at home. And if you look before he joined the Ligue 1, when he played in the MLS, yes, MLS is not as good as the league as Ligue 1, but he averaged 3.49 shots before he joined Lyon, and the season before that he was taking 3.47 shots. And it's just to show he's a player that will shoot when given the chances. And I feel like he hasn't had many opportunities in general because he doesn't start. He's only started half of the games, and 2, when he does, he's had tough matchups. And in those games, he's had 2 consistently. It's just whether he gets that 3rd, and it's a perfect matchup to go over in this game. He's a long shot taker. So far in the league, he's taken 12 from inside the box and 10 from outside the box. And he will also take their set pieces. He took a free kick when he played against Lens, so he will take those if given the opportunity. And Angers do not play possession. And it showed in the first game when they played each other away from home, Lyon has 64% of the ball compared to Angers 36% of the ball. And they were able to take 16 shots in that first game. If they take similar shots, similar possession, I expect Almada to take 3 of those, especially because they need offense. This is a must-win game for Lyon, who need to win if they want any chance at top 6, which is European football. He's a quality player. I think this is finally a good matchup for him to start and be able to show why he's a good quality player, why they signed him in the first place. So I like the line. I like the home matchup in general. So I like Thiago Almada to go higher than 2.5 shots. Before I get into my money line play, as always, I would really appreciate if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It helps boost the video out to more people, whether you're showing your support or asking questions. because I know a lot of you guys that don't that make these bets are doing it because I'm the one making them, not because you watch soccer. So I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my abilities whenever I can. And then if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And I do also let people know when it goes out to the public in my Discord, which is also free. It's not a premium. Link in the description for those that want to, again, get notified, talk about your plays, talk about other plays, look at other people's plays, talk during the games, not just about soccer, but other sports. More than welcome to join. Link for that is in the description. And I mentioned the public because I do have my membership, which is the only form of premium that I have. It's not one of those where you get like premium extra picks. It's just if you want to support the channel, and you get the videos out even earlier than what you usually would if you're not a member. Those that are already got all these picks and the video before everybody else. So if you want to join that, link for that is in the description, and all my links for everything else, whether it's Outlier where you see the pictures from all the data, it's that, and all my links for player prop and Moneyline apps, all linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. I have one Moneyline play. You can currently get this for plus 108. And the first play is Frankfurt to win or draw going up against Freiburg. First of all, it's the last game of the season for the German League, and both teams are fighting for a Champions League spot next to Dortmund. But let's just go through the couple of scenarios that could happen in this game. First of all, a draw could potentially put both teams through if Dortmund fail to win their game. 2, Frankfurt fail if they lose and Dortmund win by 2 or 3 goals, which is likely for Dortmund to win by 2 or 3. Or 3, Frankfurt wins and guarantees their qualification. They beat them in the first game 4-1. While 3 goals and assists did come from Marmoush, they still had 65% possession and 23 shots compared to only 35% possession and 7 shots from Freiburg. So Freiburg still had a pretty good hold in that game, even with Marmoush not there, and they still would have drawn without him. And with 31 goals and 23 conceded in 16 games at home, anytime Freiburg does win at home, it's from a close, narrow result, like a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win. But I don't see Frankfurt not scoring. So the only way I see this not happening is if Freiburg somehow scored 2. But I don't see Freiburg scoring 2. Or really not as likely. And 2, if they do, I see Frankfurt scoring 2 in that game as well. So Frankfurt just need to keep up. And one of Freiburg's weaknesses is defending counterattacks, but that's one of Frankfurt's big strengths. And I just don't see them losing in this game. With the draw here, they are pretty much guaranteed their qualification. So I like this. I like Frankfurt to win the draw going up against Freiburg. And then the second play to make this plus money is Bayern Munich to score 2 or more going up against Hoffenheim. First of all, it's the best attack in the league, playing the 3rd worst defense in the league. They easily went over in the first game 5-0. And I just thought they'll end the season at least with a couple goals. I don't see why they wouldn't just try to go and score a couple goals in this game. And Hoffenheim in general have conceded 2+ goals in 5 out of the last 6 games, while Bayern has scored 2+ in 5 games straight. This is also Muller's last game ever in general in his career. He's retiring. Last game for Bayern Munich, so he might try to go out there and play hard as well. Hoffenheim also followed the 5th most, and they're weak on set pieces, which is perfect for Bayern. They can get those set piece chances. They're weak at defending wingers, especially those that have skill, and they have to go up against Olise, who has 25 goals and assists in the league, and Sane, who has 16 goals and assists and 17 starts. They can score from anywhere. They can score at any time. They still have Harry Kane, so I like this play. I like Bayern to score at least 2 going up against Hoffenheim, and I like this slate for plus 108. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. I'm wearing the roll for a reason. We're on the great run. We've been doing good the last couple of videos. We swept the player prop. We swept the whole video in general. Alvarez under 3 shots. He got bumped down to 2.5. He didn't take a single shot. He played as a playmaker just like I anticipated, and that win came through for us. We had Yanmal, the easier play to go over 2.5 shots. He came through for us, and then we also had the slip. We had Bilbao to score a goal and Barcelona to score 2. The Barcelona one was sweaty. Bilbao was also a bit sweaty as well, but hey, at the end of the day, they came through, we won, we swept, so hopefully we can carry on the momentum from the sweep and do good in this big slate. And like I mentioned, if I do have any edit plays, they would be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.